Because what that is telling you is that this is what you have to be in order to get a man. What you want about? No, it's a lie. And they're selling you that lie, hoping you'll buy it. Put your purse away. Do not spend a penny on that falsehood. Hey, what's going on, y'all? I hope life is good. And if it ain't, I hope it gets better. And hey, maybe this podcast will play a part in making that happen. So sit back, listen, hang a bit, laugh with me, laugh at me. All that matters is you're here. This podcast starts right now. Enjoy. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Blaze. I'm somebody's just figuring it out. And that's the name of this podcast. And listen, I appreciate you taking the time to listen because you got options out there, and I'm just glad to be amongst them. Now, I think this episode is going to be pretty awesome. It's going to touch on something that's really near and dear to me, which is my girls, my daughters. And I don't know, I might do this whole episode in a British accent. We'll see. But before we get to all of that, let's get something straight right out the gate. I'm going to be general on most things, specific on a few, but whatever I say, I ain't no guru, boo-boo. Listen, you help me and I help you, and at the end of all this, if we're a little bit better versions of ourselves, which I believe we can be, we'll call that a W. Now, guys, the title of this episode is If I Was Talking to My Daughters. Now, I've got two incredible daughters. One is 7, Jane, and one is 17, or going to be 17 here in a handful of days. And her name is Ariana, and I am so proud of them. They are gorgeous. They are phenomenal. They're lively. They're a blessing. And I had just a thought, like, if I were to tell my daughters about boys, what are the things I would tell them? And not necessarily boys, but also men. Like, maybe this conversation takes place when they're like 25, 26, 27. Because here's what I know. Most people get a whole lot of information from friends who don't know what they talk about. A lot of the time they get information from maybe folks who are a bit older who have had some really bad experiences because they didn't know any better. And so their lived experience has told them a certain thing that may not necessarily be as true and absolute as they make it sound, right? And so I also know that the internet is out here lying on a daily basis, lying like a rug. Understand me? So my thought is, what would that conversation be like? Now, in terms of doing this in a British accent, please understand, this is not regionally specific. And I know that some of you guys are like, oh God, British accent, that means it's going to sound like Mary Poppins. No, I'm not going to do that to you. I got a pretty good accent, but like, I'll put it this way. My favorite soccer team, football team, is Aston Villa. It's in Birmingham, England. But I have no idea how to do a Brummie accent. So I'm going to do something that probably sounds like some part of London. I could be wrong, but this could be one of the most annoying sounds you hear, or it's going to sound pretty cool, and you're like, hey, why don't you do that again sometime? We'll find out. But let's jump right into it. So, if I'm talking to my daughter, hey, love, listen, I just wanted to speak with you. I know you said you want to get some time here. Let me talk to you a little bit about boys, about men, and let you in on a few things that maybe your local friends might not be telling you because they don't know. Or they might be telling you the wrong thing because they don't know. Or let me do this. Let me inform you about some things that I think could help you just to navigate the world thing, you understand? Because I just don't want you out there just not knowing nothing. Or knowing the wrong thing. So number one, the internet is going to try to fool you. Maybe it's already fooled you in some aspects, or if it hasn't, don't let it fool you. Because you got to understand, all them posts is highlights. Yeah? All the things you see are nothing like reality. Here's what I mean. Things are never as they seem. They're either better than they seem, or they're worse than they seem. But rarely, if ever, are they what they seem. So, when dudes are online posting things, like women are this and men are this and women can't do this and men should only do this and this is what a real man is and this is what a woman is supposed to do this, but if she does this, then she did. Listen, it's all stupidity, man. Don't even listen to it. Because honestly, most of the time, they don't know what they're talking about. The other time, they don't really believe all the things that they're saying. They're just doing it because they think that that's what they have to do and say around the man them, their friends, to fit in. And then, lastly, they're not really putting into practice anything that they're talking about because they know the women in their lives ain't having none of that. So, just don't let the internet fool you. Yeah. Number two, and I've got my little notes here, so because I wanted to make sure that I say my points the way I wanted to say them. Number two, every man that approaches you wants to sleep with you, or at least see you naked, and that's okay. That's all right, as long as the desire to see you naked does not circumvent him treating you with dignity and respect, him making sure that he makes you feel safe and comfortable, him being very clear and honest with his intentions, and him wanting to see you naked does not negate that he might be someone who really wants to get to know you genuinely, who would love to date you and court you properly, who could be a really great boyfriend or even an awesome husband. But I'm just letting you know, because see, here's what's going to happen. You're going to have loads of girl who's going to talk like, if a man just wants one thing, he only wants one thing. Well, if a man wants that thing, it doesn't mean he doesn't want other things. Really what I'm saying is, don't take the natural inclination of a man to mean something when you can see his actions and the way that he treats you, of people, is proper and genuine and good. Because listen, people are going to show you who they are, and when they do, you got to believe them. Did you understand? Number three, men have a preference, but it's not universal. So let me go and let you know right now. Them social medias that are telling you you've got to look this way, your lips have to be this, and your hips have to be a certain length, and your batty, your backside, your bum, have to be this big, and your top has to be a double D or whatever. Listen, less of that, all that's nonsense. Because what that is telling you is that this is what you have to be in order to get a man. What you want about? No, it's a lie. And they're selling you that lie, hoping you'll buy it. Put your purse away. Do not spend a penny on that falsehood. Here's what I mean. Men, an individual man, might have a preference in terms of, well, he leans more toward this sort of aesthetic. Like he likes a thin girl, or he likes a fit girl, or he likes a girl who's really toned and muscly, or he likes a girl who's tall or who's short, or he likes a girl who's got a certain skin tone, or all them things there, a certain hair color or a certain hairstyle. But that doesn't mean next man is going to feel the exact same way. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Every man has a preference, but that preference is not universal. And here's the cool thing. If you're not their preference, that's all right. You're not their preference. Move on with your day. It's good. And here's the thing you got to understand. Preferences will change because I'm going to tell you right now, it's a little bit about your dad. I've realized that my preferences, what I tend to be drawn toward is extremes. I like really, really light skin and really, really dark skin. And that was not always the case. I promise you, it really wasn't. But that's what it is now. That changed over time. Yeah? So, it's not universal. Never believe that. And here's number four. Most men are omnivores, which means we like more than one thing. You might have a man who will love a redhead just like he'll love a blonde, just like he'll love a girl with hair that's so jet black when the sun hits it, it glistens. You have a man who has no problem dating, courting, loving on a girl who's a size 36 or a size 3. Like you have men who love girls who've got big lips and girls who literally look like they have no upper lip. I'm just saying, we like loads of things. We were like a tomboyish girl and a girly girl. It's just how we are. Most men are omnivores. And here's the cool thing about that. You be you, and I promise there is a good man out there for you as you. Do you understand? So here's what happens. Loads of girls decide that I need to be this way. I've got to be A, B, and C in order for me to get a man. Well, when you narrow yourself and try to fit in this A, B, C box, you are excluding all the men that loved you in LMNOP. Do you understand? You, as yourself, were going to draw and turn heads. But you took all that and said, nah, I got to fit all this into this narrow box. Don't do that. You're bigger than that narrow box. You are better than that narrow box. And there are people who are going to like you, love you, be attracted to you, drawn to you as you are. So just keep being the best version of yourself, keep growing and changing, and it's going to work out. Yeah. Number 5, the sexiest, most attractive thing, or at least one of them, that a woman can put on is confidence. That comes from knowing who she is, and my personal belief, whose she is. Now, have you ever seen a girl who you think doesn't look all that good? For whatever reason, we're not even going to get into specifics, but you don't think she looks that good. But she's with a man that you think is gorgeous. Trust me, it's not just her personality. It's not, well, I really love her. You know, she looks all right, but her personality is just amazing. No, he likes the way she looks. He loves the personality. He likes being around her. That's because she's confident in who she is. And that is incredibly attractive. Now, it doesn't mean that you're confident all the time. You're going to have some down days. That's all right. You're not perfect. You're human. Yeah? But if you continue to grow yourself, build up your self-image, build your confidence, it's going to do wonders. And you got to understand, let's reverse it. Aren't you drawn to a man who walks into a room and without being big and boastful and, hey, look at me, just walks in with a confidence, shoulders back, smiling, confident in who he is? Yeah. Just like you're attracted to that man. That man is attracted to confidence in a girl. Number 6, most guys are not mature enough to be in any type of relationship until they're like 28. I'm being honest. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll never date until you're 28. It just means that if you do date before you're 28, you have to deal with some growing pains, innit? Because boys are not the men they're going to be. Just like you're growing and changing, they are too. But typically boys are a little bit more immature and they're on some nonsense. Listen, I was a boy. I was stupid. I'm not saying that all boys are like that, but this one was. I was on some nonsense. Now, let me make sure that you understand that even if you date them after 28, they still got some growing to do. They got some learning to do. Here's what you need to look at. Are they willing to grow and change? Or are they just wanting to stay who they are? This is who I am, will never be different. Take me or leave me. Leave him. I'm just being real. Because we do eventually mature, but I don't want you to be with someone who's decided, I'm just not going to get better. Now, if you're with somebody, let's say you're a high school sweetheart sort of thing, yeah? That's cool, but understand that you two are going to have to grow. That means you're going to have to do a whole lot of forgiving and making up and figuring things out, because you will not be the same person now as you are 10, 15 years from now. And if you are, that's sad. I'm just putting it out there that you're always going to have to deal with growth and change and all them things there. But before 28, most men are a shambles. They're good people. We're good people, I promise you. We're a good time, but maybe not necessarily ready for the things that we think we want. Loads of us want to be fathers and in a committed relationship and all that. Husbands, but we're not ready for that yet. And that's okay. So it's all about timing, really, because that man can be phenomenal, but not really the best timing. Here's one that's going to be a bit controversial. Your body count does not matter. Let me say that one more time. You have to hear me right now. Your body count does not matter. And if a man asks you your body count on a date, And listen, I'm not asking you if you're sexually active right now. What I am saying is you could be a virgin and he won't believe you're a virgin. You could say, well, I've only been with 2 people. In his mind, he's going to multiply that by 3, so now you've been with 6. It's a lose-lose. So if a man asks you for your body count, that's not the man for you. Chuck a deuce and be up out of there. Because there is no reason for him to ask you that question on a date. That's not information he's privy to. Now, some people will be like, wait, no, listen, but if she sleeps with a whole bunch of men, and then well, because a man enters into her, then it's different if a man sleeps with 30 women. It's just different because men are supposed to. That is all bull. Pseudoscience, talking points that they heard from someone who heard from somebody who heard it from somebody. It's all stupid. Dead or that, if a man asks you for your body count, say, thank you for a lovely time. Do not call me again. Get up. He's probably going to believe, whatever. That means she slept with lots of people. She's for the streets and all them thing there. Let him think what he wants to. Because I'm telling you now, he's got a number in his head. And if you are not less than that number, he's judging you. And here's the thing. If you give him that number less than what he said, there's a pretty good chance that, again, he's going to multiply it by 3, which means you're going to go over that number. Because I promise you that number is never more than 10. It just isn't. And it's stupid. Having said that, recency of your body count is important for you. Here's what I mean. If you are sexually active, for example, think about it in terms of a man. If you like a dude, you're like, listen, I like him, and you, for whatever reason, found out or knew that he slept with 30 girls, but in the past week and a half were 12 of them. So 12 of that 30 came in the past week and a half. It's not like he's evil, but what you know is that right now is not the time for him to be entertaining anything other than him being single and ready to mingle, because a relationship is not in the cards for him right now. Say, if you know that you're out there doing your thing, in it, right? And no judgment. You're doing your thing. And a guy comes to you, takes you out on a date. If you know that you're not ready, then to attempt to be something you're not, which is ready, could end up hurting him and ultimately hurting you. So, your body count doesn't matter. If a man asks your body count, get up from the table, walk out, don't speak to him ever again. Let them think what they want to think. But if you know that you're out there doing your thing, don't sit down with a man and attempt to be someone who is not out there doing their thing. Do you understand? Be true to yourself, but be honest with yourself. Yeah. Last, and this I think is the most important, because I could tell you about loads of other things, but I don't want to take too much of your time, love. And I know you've got something you're doing for your girls a little bit later on, so I don't want to keep you. But I do appreciate you sitting down and talking to me and being open enough to hearing my thoughts on this. And just let you know, sweetheart, I do love you. And I'm glad that you feel comfortable enough coming to me. I just want to tell you one more thing. Is that there are good men out there. There are good men out there. And social media and movies and all these other girls who may have had a really poor lived experience will tell you there's no good men out there. That's a lie. There are good men in abundance, but you got to think of 3 things. Number 1, good men don't always start off as good men. Good men can start off as stupid boys, yeah? But over time, they can become good men. If you met them in a stupid boy phase, well, they might paint a different picture of how boys are. If you met them when they were a dumb man, immature, we'll say, then maybe that might paint a picture of how you think about men. But good men don't always start out as good men because they've got to grow and change. Give them that grace. Number 2, good men may not be the good man for you. So, just because you go on a few dates and it just doesn't work out, don't say there's no good men. Yours is coming. Just continue to do the work on yourself. Continue to grow and change. Continue to live your life and have fun. Do your thing, innit? I'm telling you, they're out there. And you'll attract them because you're confident, yeah? And that's a sexy thing to wear. That's an attractive thing to wear. And third, good men are looking for good women. So if you lot are looking for each other, I promise you're going to find each other. Listen, if you lot were blindfolded in a dark room, lights off, walk around long enough, you're going to bump into each other. That's just life. So please don't think that because your friends have had poor experiences with men in the past, whether these men were stupid idiots, whether they were on some nonsense, or whether these men were just the right man but not the right time. Don't let them paint a picture of there not being any good men. There's loads of good men. I was an idiot, I promise you. I was on an idiot thing. Can't tell you how bad it was, but I've grown and changed. Yeah, I'm a flipping good man right now. But I wasn't always that way. So, anyhow, I love you. And take from whatever this conversation you feel you need and go out there and do your thing. Hey, everybody, that's our show. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. I'm somebody's dad, just figuring it out. Hopefully you got something from today's episode. Like it, share, subscribe, get involved in the comments, tell a friend to tell a friend. And until next time, smile a little bit more. Take care of yourself, stay safe, and I will see you on the next episode.